He is Stephen M. Smith of Touchdown Alabama. Join him on his show, Fox 97.9, The Way It Is, Monday through Friday, 2 to 4 Central Time. So I'd like to remind everyone that in addition to our record here on YouTube that will be released in a number of segments, so each topic broken down for release on YouTube over the weekend, we've got a Facebook Live audience as well, Stephen. So if anybody has any questions, they can certainly serve them our way, and I will pass them along to Stephen M. Smith. We're going to talk Senior Bowl as well. We know that the game is on Saturday, but this is the one game in which the practice is at least important, if not more important, in assessing these players for the NFL draft than the actual game on Saturday. And we've got a host of Alabama players, of course, with center Bradley Bozeman, defensive lineman Deshaun Hand, our favorite punter, and least acclaimed punter that is a truly great punter that we've documented many times, Stephen. Of course, J.K. Scott, cornerback Levi Wallace, the one-time walk-on, and, of course, linebacker Sean Deion Hamilton, who's still hobbled up with a knee injury and just not able to participate in everything across the board. So your thoughts about what you've gotten out of practice this week and as we head towards Saturday's game?
The Senior Bowl has been interesting now, Mark. Levi Wallace has been stellar. He's been strong. He's about what you expect. He's a strong coverage corner, good in press man, great in breaking up on the football, deflecting passes. Still needs to get better in that zone coverage. At times can be a bit lost, but in press man, breaking on the ball, very, very solid, very quick hands. Anthony Averett, another cornerback in the Senior Bowl, has been pretty solid. Pretty strong, staying in front of guys, making good reads, breaking up on the ball. But a guy that's really starting to stand out in this event, Deshaun Hand. Deshaun Hand from time to time got the better of Isaiah Wynn, the Georgia offensive lineman, in drills at the Senior Bowl practice. Now, what will be for Deshaun Hand is going to be the system that drafts him in. Deshaun Hand in a 3-4 could be a very, very effective defensive end in a 5 technique. We'll see what happens. Very, very effective in a 5 technique. Should Deshaun Hand go to a 3-4 type of scheme? If he goes to a 4-3 scheme, could see him more so slide in and be a defensive tackle. But he did do some impressive things at the Senior Bowl practice. J.K. Scott doing some kicking and doing some holding for Daniel Carlson. But you know of J.K. Scott, he's not going to be a day 1 guy. He's going to be around that day 2, day 3 guy. But this guy, whether it's punting the football, field goal kicking, somebody is going to get a dynamic playmaker on special teams. And the hang time on his punts, he was around the top of that group, along with, Auburn's Daniel Carlson in the field goal kicking department. Bradley Bozeman at center did a fine job calling out schemes, maneuvering around. You can still tell, despite his size at 314 pounds, very quick, coming off the line of scrimmage, dissecting the play. Once again, probably not a day 1 guy of a draft, but day 2, day 3. Between the 3rd and 5th round, I can really see Bradley Bozeman. Could possibly sneak in that 2nd round, since somebody trade back. But between that 3rd and 5th round is where I could see Bozeman. Sean Deion Hamilton, still bothered with that ACL, that knee, as you mentioned, Mark, but just glowing in the interviews. I've heard a lot of great things about him in the interview process. Gave a lot of smart answers, highly intelligent, knows how to break down things. But you and I both know, Mark, very disappointed that he could not be on the field. He wants to be out there. He wants to be able to move, but unfortunately, with that left knee, can't do it. So you have to take part in those interviews, and he's done so, doing a fantastic job. And I almost see him like what happened to Eddie Jackson. We all know the story. Eddie Jackson, a strong senior year, gets to the Texas A&M game, gets hurt on a freak leg injury on a punt return. Could have been a 1st or 2nd round pick. Ends up dropping to the 4th round. But hey, what an NFL season he had with the Chicago Bears as a rookie. 50 tackles, a couple of interceptions, 3 fumble recoveries, really played well. And I kind of see the same fate for Sean Deion Hamilton, a 1st-round value. But because of injury, may go in that third or fourth round, but, really did a great job in handling himself where the interviews are concerned.
There was a game in particular. I'm watching the red zone, and the Bears are playing. I forget who they're playing, but Eddie Jackson found himself in the right place at the right time and was opportunistic, nose for the football. 2 turnovers, I believe, 1 via interception, 1 via fumble that he brought back to the house for a 14-0
That would
lead
be
for
the
Bears.
Carolina Panthers. He played against the Carolina Panthers.
Very impressive. Very impressive.